Come on, man.
Welcome to First Person Defender,
Give me a seat.
where regular people come face to face with unknown attackers in real-world scenarios and fight their way out. This is First Person Defender. Luke and Nadine are married and have a young son. Luke was in the military and trains regularly to maintain his shooting skills. Nadine grew up in Germany and has only recently shot a gun for the first time. This force-on-force training uses real firearms converted to fire-marking cartridges. The crew wears yellow shirts and are considered to be invisible to role players. This scenario puts the safety of Luke and Nadine's young son into question. How will they react to a home invasion?
Come on, man. Get what you can. Get everything you can, all the expenses. Index. Talk to me.
I didn't know what to do because he was in the way. I wanted to get to Thomas.
Okay,
Right.
good. I like that. We're gonna move on to that. What do you think? Tell me. What'd you
As
see?
I was trying to say something, you started shooting at me. Well, I was trying to figure out what to say, and then I heard, get the expensive shit,
Yep.
and then you shot, and then I just started shooting.
Right.
I felt a couple hit my hand.
Yeah. How'd that? I mean, you're wearing pretty
It's fine.
protective gloves. I don't know if we have his mask
And-
because you did take one right to the
Right
dome.
to the head. Awesome. Right in the
That
face.
guy right there. Gunfighting's dangerous.
Right.
Which is why we preach if you don't have to get into a gunfight, don't. That being said, my dad always taught me as a kid, if you are going to get into a fight and there's no way out of it, get the first punch.
Right.
Same thing here. It's more like almost like hostage rescue tactics.
Right.
Because you've got your little one in that room. You need to abandon a little bit of your own safety to move dynamically to a position where you can protect your child.
Right.
And Nadine, Mama Bear, Mama Instincts, she was like, he was in my way. I guarantee
Just
you,
give her the
had
gun
you
next
moved
time,
out of
right?
the way, she would just run down the hallway to him, right? Even if I was like, I don't care about the bad guy, I'm going to get my kid. And a lot of times that's what it is. It's that hesitation of 2 seconds.
Right.
Sit up. Did you hear that? You know, and you've lost the initiative.
Right.
It's important to have a high grip on the gun. We're working with the Ruger American Compact right now, and it's something I see a lot is people want to grip the gun, they just don't get quite high enough right here. So what you want to do is have this hand as high as you can on the gun. It'll let you control the gun more. The gun won't have as much leverage on you. You'll be able to control it, shoot faster, shoot more comfortably.
All right, so let's talk about how we can improve that situation, how we can improve our response time. There's things that we can do actually physically with the layout, how we sleep, how we prep our gun, all that stuff. I've got young kids as well. During the day, my guns are, if it's not on me, it's completely out of reach and out of where my kids can get to it.
Right.
At nighttime, my gun comes out of a drawer and gets placed on my nightstand with my white light. So now you've cut some time down by moving to this side. You've cut some time down by having your pistol out and ready, your white light out and ready. You said you have a white light on your pistol. Perfect. Right. I like that even better. So obviously we're running a sim gun. It's cleared, just so you guys can verify. The viewers at home can verify it is clear. No magazine in it. So I hear that crash. I immediately roll up, grab my pistol. I know my priority is to go check on my kids. I'm blowing through this door. In this layout, my point of domination is that opening to the living room. So as soon as I get out of my bed, I'm moving there. If there's bad guys right here, I can utilize this cover concealment. It's really concealment because we're dealing with, drywall. It's not cover.
Right.
But I can use this concealment to engage my threat into the living room, and now I'm not putting Thomas in any sort of crossfire. Hopefully, if I beat them here, with Nadine right on you, we can cover across this door. So you get up here, your point of domination, I'm covering. As soon as Nadine touches my shoulder, we're moving across together. I'm still covering. She's gonna grab Thomas. She's gonna come back, moving across, and then she's going straight to the bedroom. I can hold here, I can back out and back to the bedroom, and I am barricading at the doorway, owning this.
Okay.
And I stay here until until police come.
First Person Defender brought to you by Ruger, ShopGunTalk.com, Springfield Armory, and Gundealio.
All right, so Luke and Nadine dealt with a bit of a home invasion situation. In the first scenario, Luke shot quite a few rounds. And if you notice, there was more than one home invader. Look, a lot of times these bad guys act in groups or teams. You may be dealing with 2, 3, possibly 4 people. Not a bad option for a home defense weapon is a rifle or a AR style pistol. Look, we have a much more effective round traveling at a much higher velocity. We have 30 round magazines. You can get even larger capacity magazines if you need it. It's not an unrealistic thing that you might need. How does the movement change from a pistol to a rifle? Now, if you notice, as I shoulder this arm brace, the rifle actually doesn't stick out much further than a pistol would if I was straight out. But I have a stock or an arm brace that I need to manipulate to move the gun. I need to pop it out of my shoulder pocket and either come down into this low ready or come out of my shoulder pocket and move into a high ready position, depending on your training, what you feel comfortable with, sometimes depending on the situation itself. So let's just talk about movement with the rifle, and I'm gonna go live with it. So I'm aiming at my door. I can move through my door, drive the gun up, and then shoot. I'm giving up my door. I can move through my door, drive that buttstock or brace out of my shoulder pocket, go into the high ready position, and then drive it up. Just like that. But I've got to get used to manipulating this weapon in and out of my shoulder pocket, low ready to high ready, rather than just moving a pistol straight out and straight back in. But look, if you have a home defense gun, an AR pistol, or an AR rifle, SBR short barreled rifle is not a bad option to have. Better round, more bullets. I like more bullets.
The SIG P365, small gun, but carries quite a bit of ammo. In this flush fit, this is a 10-round mag, pretty impressive. But a flush fit on this makes it smaller, easier to carry, easier to conceal perhaps, but getting a grip on the gun can be a little bit different. So just a little tip for you, when you grip the gun, go ahead and wrap your pinky finger around there. If your pinky finger's falling off, that's okay, just wrap it like it's wrapping around the grip. Now you can get an extended magazine. This is a 12-round mag. Now it has a little sleeve here. When you put that in, it does make the grip longer, easier to grip the gun, easier to shoot the gun perhaps. Little tip for you though, when you're loading this, there's a lot of meat on the hand that can and will be pinched. If you do it long enough, you'll probably do it. And then it tends to be a self-correcting problem at that point. It hurts. So just a few tips, don't pinch yourself, get a good grip on the gun. SIG P365.
Let's see how training and developing a plan improve Luke and Nadine's response in a home invasion.
Index, index, index.
Well, it felt like it went a lot better.
I would say
When
so.
I got to the corner, I'm like, okay, I don't see him. Doors open. I don't think we moved together across, but
No, you moved pretty good together. Yeah, because I was watching that mirror the whole time.
Okay.
I could see you in this mirror, in the door, in that mirror. What went through your mind?
That this time I was just kind of following him and hoping that he would actually move.
which I did.
Yeah.
I timed it to where as soon as I saw her move back across, I came out. Thing is, you didn't hesitate this time. You saw me pop, pop, pop,
Right.
and you engaged me.
You're
pretty
inside,
good.
so.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey man, bad guys inside your house, middle of the night.
Then you went down, and I thought I
Game
heard
on.
something from the kitchen, so I came back out.
And yeah, Sean was in here with me, and he DD'd out the side door.
Okay.
He was like, well, I don't want no part of this. Again, remember what your role is. Your role is to not go search through the house and clear it.
Right.
Your role is to protect them.
Right.
Plain and simple. It opens your eyes up.
Right. I'm gonna be thinking about it the second I walk into the house.
That's when the real learning
Right.
occurs. The real learning occurs when you go get in your truck and you drive home.
Right.
Because you're gonna be driving home and you're gonna, oh man, I should have done that. Or man, I can't believe, he shot me that many times. I'd have been dead right now.
Right.
So be prepared for some emotional to hit you tonight, because you're gonna be home now in your own home with your real kid, and you go, wow, that's actually heavier than I expected.
Right. Cool.
I like it. I'm
Thank
glad
you.
you made it out. Good job. Come get more shooting training.
For sure.